Guess who's back? Hello, beautiful people. Don't mind the show in the background. Well, I wasn't actually. My brother was watching on my block, and then he dipped, and I just haven't turned it off yet. So, on my block is currently on its own. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, so if you've seen my last video, you know that I joined the wrestling team. It was literally the best decision I've ever made in my entire freaking life. I wish that I would have done it last year when my friend was trying to recruit me for the team, but I was like, no, I don't think I'm gonna like it. I don't want to get ringworm, blah blah blah. But like, I'm so freaking glad that I joined. I have a scratch on my forehead because one of the girls has like nails longer than what you're supposed to have, and we were wrestling on Friday, just like at practice, like practicing going live and stuff, and she accidentally scratched my forehead when she went to put me down. But other than that, it didn't even hurt. I'm fine. Other than that, I think I'm doing pretty good at it for being like this being my first year, never having anything to do with wrestling before this. Like, yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm doing pretty good. Tonight is team dinner, but the girls team was going to a different place than the boys team is going to, and because of that, it would be too much money for my brother to get a car to go to where he's going and for me to get a car to go where I'm going. So I'm just letting him go because the boys team is bigger anyways, and he has like more friends on the team and stuff, and the girls isn't, like, none of us are going anyway. So yeah, it was literally like a last minute thing because the boys had theirs planned out, so then we were like, oh, let's do it too. And then today we were all like, there were only 7 of us on the team, and 5 of them were like, oh, we have homework, or I'm not allowed to be out past a certain time, or like, it's a school night, like, blah blah blah. So yeah, I didn't really want to go either because my boyfriend literally just left, and this, he lives so far away that I have to get every chance that I can to hang out with him. So I'm gonna take up every last minute of that. So I would have had to have already up and left if I was going to the team dinner, so I wouldn't have been able to get as much time like hanging out with him. Yeah, anyways, life has actually been really good. I really do enjoy wrestling, like, a lot. I could go on and on. I love it so much. So much. Like, obviously, with everything that's tiring like that, like, there's practices where it's just like, oh my god, I can't wait to go home. Like, I cannot wait to just go home and take a nap. But, like, for the most part, it's really fun. I love the gratifying feeling of when you pin someone. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I went live like a bit ago, and that's, if you don't know what that means, it's just means where you're at practice, but you're pretending like you're in like a match, but it's against your teammate instead of like at a tournament. So it's just like you're practicing being in a match with like your teammate. It's like a scrimmage, but for wrestling. And so we were going live, and we were doing it, doing whatever, and then I pinned her. And this was the first time that I'd actually pinned someone and like got in that pin in a live, and not like, oh, we're practicing and then we're practicing how to pin. No, like, I actually seriously pinned her, and that feeling that I got when I pinned her, and my coach was like, hell yeah, hell yeah. I was like, this is it. This is gonna be I'm gonna strive for this feeling for the next 2 years. This is what doing heroin feels like. That's the best way I can describe it. It is so amazing. I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it so much. So much. Sorry. I'll stop talking about wrestling now. I haven't done a sport in such a long time that I forgot what the feeling of getting like a win feels like. I forgot what a win feels like because I haven't played a sport in so long that I was like, it's really not that great of a feeling, you know, it's just, you know, but oh my gosh, it's amazing. But the feeling when you aren't doing well also kind of is a downer because this is my first year wrestling and I'm a junior. So I am on JV, but everyone else my age, except for one other kid, is on varsity. I'm not making varsity this year. I am just learning some of the basic moves. Well, no. I'm just starting to get into the hang of doing the basic moves easier. But because this is like my first bit of wrestling and, you know, whatever, I am gonna be on JV, and there's times where like I know the moves. I know the moves so well. I know exactly what to do. I know how to do it. I know how to pin the person. I know how to get out of the what I'm in, all that. It's just executing it. I will be like, we'll be just practicing shooting, like taking a leg, high crotch, double leg, single, whatever. We'll be practicing that kind of stuff. And I'll go to shoot and I'll just completely mess up. And shooting is literally the most basic skill that you learn, where it's literally the like basis of your wrestling career pretty much. So I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I know exactly what to do. It's just when I get down to doing it, I psych myself out and then I don't do it properly or like whatever. And I was doing it and I was doing it and I psyched myself out and then I did it wrong and I was like, oh my god, I suck. I suck at this stupid sport. This wasn't made for me. I hate this so much, blah, blah, blah. And then the next time I got it, I did it and I had the girl pinned in less than a minute. And it was like, maybe this is for me. Maybe this is my sport. And then it comes to other things where like, I don't run fast. I can barely even lift the bar when we're doing weights and stuff. And then it comes to things where it's like, I don't know if I can do this because everyone is so much better than me. That's how I like talk to myself. Everyone is so much better than me. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I should just quit, like, whatever. And then I keep going, and then I feel like the physical and mental difference. I feel like I know I'm getting better. And that is what keeps me going to practice because I know it is my first year wrestling. I'm not expected to be good. Season just started. This is our second week of season practice. I've been doing preseason practice, but now we're really focusing on learning the moves, and I'm getting good. But it's just like I see kids my age knowing how to do these things like automatically, like kids my age on the team, and they can do these things automatically. And then there are these new kids who come in and they seem to learn all these moves so much faster than I can. They're doing them so much better than I can. And it just like, I have almost cried at 2 practices now because I'm just being super hard on myself on like, you know, like this stupid and, you know, or just like, I almost fainted today at practice this morning. I almost fainted this morning at practice because I only had a half an apple to eat. And instead of sitting out, like the coach told me to do, instead of sitting out, I was like, no, I'll be fine. And I kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing myself until my vision was literally blacking out. And I was like, I'm gonna need to go take a break. So then I had to go and like get water and sit down for a second. But I like doing sports or doing things like this, I push myself so much. I hurt my hip and it hurts so bad. And my friend said that it's because she did wrestling last year. And so she said that it's because I just started doing wrestling, so it's my body getting used to moving certain muscles that wouldn't have been moved a whole bunch. So it's like the muscles and stuff in my hip that are kind of breaking down and then rebuilding to get stronger, because I'm not used to doing the, you know, movement of the hip and having to go up and down, up and down, up and down, shooting and relying a lot on my hips and knees and stuff like that. So that's why they're like sore and hurting. But it's like a different kind of hurt. Like, it doesn't feel sore, it feels like physically like hurt. And today we were sprawling. And I went to sprawl, which, if you don't know, it's where you're standing and there's a person and then you push their head down and you fall back onto your legs. And so I sprawled, and I sprawled on my hurt hip, and I literally could not stand up because it hurt so bad. I sprawled down and I couldn't lift myself back up, and my friend had to help me up, and even then my leg kept like giving out on itself because I couldn't support myself because my hip hurt so bad. And then I continued to keep sprawling on it and keep using it and keep trying to push it over and over and over again. And like, and I'm trying to cut down because right now I'm 117 and I want to wrestle at 115. So I have to cut down 2 pounds. And to do that, I can't eat as much as I usually would. So I'm not eating as much. But with not eating as much, sometimes I'm just like, it's no big deal if I just don't eat a meal. If I just don't eat it all today. And then at practice, I'm like, I wonder why I feel so tired. I wonder why I feel so hungry. I wonder why I can't push myself as much today. It's like, because you don't eat. You're not eating your food. You're not eating. But yeah. That's pretty much it. This has just been a wrestling rant. Yeah. I don't know. I've made a lot of friends on the wrestling team, actually. We only have 7 girls on the team this year, which is so tiny. It's such a tiny little team. But we only have 7 girls on the team. And so far, they're all really cool, except for this one girl. I've heard some things about this one girl on the team that I'm not going to share on here, but I'm just going to say, you know, some people need to learn to shut their mouths. Anyways, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry, I just talked to you guys about wrestling for 12 minutes, but yeah, I might make an ASMR video later. I don't know though, don't quote me on that. Just seeing how I feel after I get my food and stuff, but you know, anyways, I miss you. I miss talking to you guys. Comment down below if there's anything that you want to hear my opinion on. Or, you know, maybe a little Q&A. I'm joking. But, yeah, just like things you want to talk about, things you want me to talk about, anything like that. If you have any wrestling tips, please let me know. Yeah, I love each and every one of you so much. I hope you have a super wonderful morning, day, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And remember to be kind. Mwah.